YouTube. Go to youtube.com/a sandwich and some lovin', no G on loving, a sandwich and some lovin', and we're going to be doing a podcast. I know a lot of you are busy, and some of you are like, I don't care what you say, Kelly, we're staying on Facebook. Well, I'm sorry, we're not going to be doing the podcast on Facebook anymore. We're doing it on YouTube. So if you go over there, it's really easy to find, youtube.com/a sandwich and some lovin', and you can sign up to get alerts.
Hey, Linda.
Live there. People are going over there. Hey, Jacob.
Hey, I ate my egg rolls. They were awesome.
Nick.
Hello, Karen.
Happy Easter, Melissa.
Hello, Christina.
Everybody, go to YouTube because that's where Alan is right now. Okay, so we'll see you there in a second. Bye. And 93.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Okay.
What? What's wrong with Happy Easter? Hello, Cindy. Happy Easter. Iowa. The heartland.
It smells so stale in here.
I think it smells fine in here.
Well, have you been in here too?
No, I haven't. I promise I haven't.
I think it's the garbage.
Hey, Blaine. Happy Easter.
Hey, Blaine.
My man. Proud owner of a brand new DFW slingshot.
You ready to get going? Or are we going to wait till some people file in? We just get started?
Well, they're finally in taking their seats. There's a few people who have filed in
My
and
phone
taken
is
their
turned
seats.
off. It is.
Where were we? We were somewhere and somebody's phone at church. And somebody's phone went off.
Yeah, this lady, very prim and proper. She had like a funky ringtone.
And then we were somewhere else where someone's phone went off.
I told the kids.
Oh, we're doing Dr. Duty's thing. His phone
yeah, and
went off.
Dr. Duty's phone went off. Dr. Kevin.
Dr. Kevin Duty's phone went off. Food stay on that. All right, Kathy. All right, everybody's filing in. Yeah, let's get this thing going.
Awesome. We got new equipment today, so we're going to hope and pray that this is good stuff. That the audio is good.
We're going to have a new standard operating procedure here, guys. It requires
Alan's going to check the levels.
It requires me being on
earbuds.
Headphones.
I'll tell you, we've had a couple of doozies where the audio didn't work out. I remember the first time I had the issue, and I was like, user error. And now he's like, I don't know what happened. Not user error, though.
Okay, here we go. We're going to get started here in 2 seconds.
What are you checking on the phone?
Well, I need something here.
Oh. Never mind. It is, remember, Easter Sunday as we're recording this before you're too vulgar.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Okay, give me some.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy Easter, everyone. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans.
Semen sample. Please pick up the red courtesy phone. Semen
That's
sample.
not even an attempt at a
Semen
name.
sample. That's a good one. Semen sample.
Why are you adjusting both of them?
We got rid of the Tascam DR 680 Mark II, and now we have a Rode Class A servo biased preamp.
Does it sound okay in your earbuds?
Yeah, it sounds really good. I'll try it like this for just a little while, make sure everything. See how they're bouncing right at that line?
Yes.
See how yours bounced up to that line?
Yes.
That's where Don said it's perfect right there.
Perfect. All right. What if I talk really loud?
It's going to be a little bit louder.
What if I don't talk loud enough? It still kind of goes up.
This thing should sound good.
All right.
If you ever want to double check me, if either one of these things is ever that, we're in big trouble.
Okay.
That's mute. They should not be. That's what I told Don. I said, if I'm gonna mess up, I'm gonna bump those.
Okay. Don't touch them.
Yeah.
What are those pastel squares?
That's how we assign drops.
Oh, okay.
So you can be on a rant or something, and I could hit. I'm Kelly Raspberry GD or whatever it is you said.
Oh, I don't say. I've never said.
Whatever it is you
I
said.
say, damn it. I don't say. I've never said GD in my life. And I'm scared for people that say that. Ooh, that's real.
Hello, Kara.
Okay, we're gonna go?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans. I host this podcast along with my husband.
Hello, Alan.
That's Alan Evans.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter when we're recording this. It'll be the day after Easter when you hear it.
Happy Easter.
But it's been a...
You hate it when I say Happy Easter.
I don't hate it. You hate it.
No, I like it.
I never have said a word about Happy Easter.
Right.
It's very punny.
Yeah, it's very punny.
It's very punny.
Right before we started recording, I said Happy Easter to our live studio audience who was filing into the room, and you go,
I didn't.
yeah, you went,
Prove it.
you went, and then rolled your eyes.
Everybody thinks. My daughter thinks everything I say, I sound like I'm mad. You think everything I say, I sound like I'm mad. Am I walking around mad all the time and rolling my eyes and making disgusted noises? I'm not aware of this.
Maybe. Hey, I've got some inside open up the kimono info.
Okay.
And, I'd say 99% of podcast audience, they could care less, but I'm going to share with the 1% who does. We have new podcast recording equipment.
I do care about that.
Because we were having so much buffoonery, ineptitude, ridiculousness with
Was it user error or was it equipment error?
Well, I'm going to blame it on the equipment. Now, the truth of the matter,
if I was running it, it would be user error.
Now, the truth of the matter was it was user error. But Boss Man George hooked us up with a new recorder.
It's very pretty.
It's very pretty. It's got these lights and stuff on it.
It feels more official.
Yeah. But podcast audience, let us know if you think this sounds better.
Well, hopefully it's just entertaining.
It's got to sound better.
Sounds better.
It's got to sound better. Hopefully it sounds like our voices have more resonance and bass.
That's what I'm going for.
And with this thing, babe, the Rode Class A servo biased preamp with Aphex on board, we can.
Are we having to say that because to pay for them?
I don't know. George, you know how much this thing costs, George?
I have no idea.
Guess. How much does this thing cost?
I would say $5,000.
Higher.
7.
Well, lower.
6.
6G for this thing.
That's
Can you believe that?
That's a lot. That means he has a lot of faith in our podcast.
Oh, but supposedly.
I know of the other people who have one of these, and I'm wondering why do they have one of these, and why did it take us so long to get one?
You throw out a few names there.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Throw out a few names and tell us who you
that.
might be referring to.
I will not do that.
But we have 8 colored buttons, and I cannot wait to assign sound effects to these 8 colored buttons.
It's going to be problematic.
I wouldn't overdo it.
Well, you say that, but you know how boys are with new toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true, babe. Well,
we do. This is Easter Sunday.
It's a glorious day.
That we're recording this podcast.
Yes.
It's been a very long day. Perhaps not quite as long as our Saturday, but our Sunday has been a long day. A lot of it was made to feel longer because of me. User error on my part. I messed up stuff from start to finish on Easter Sunday. But we're here and we survived it. Our kids actually wanted to be a part of this podcast.
Yeah.
They were very excited about that until they got upstairs and started playing video games. And I was going to ask the younger ones to come on and share the Easter story.
Mm-hmm. How'd that go?
That didn't go very well.
Yeah.
So they're not going to come down and share the Easter story. They're going to play Fortnite instead.
Well, Cole said, I want to be on the podcast, Daddy. And I said, all right, bud, what are you going to say?
Got nothing.
That's what we got.
I got nothing.
We heard crickets.
So that's when I was saying, well, you can come tell the Easter story. What's the Easter story?
And then Dylan says, what's the Easter story?
Yeah, see, this is our fault. They should know the Easter story.
How do you not know the Easter story? That's clearly our fault. Clearly our fault.
Very much our fault.
Clearly our fault.
We're going to get our butts back in the pews on a regular basis. That's what we're doing. Right, honey?
All I know is I'm glad today is Easter, and I'm happy that Easter happened.
Because he is risen.
Oh, he has indeed.
That's right.
He has indeed. And we're going to talk a little bit about our Easter Sunday.
From start to finish.
We had some things happen to us today on Easter Sunday that you would not believe. That you, in a million years, couldn't think,
It wasn't that bad.
Oh,
it wasn't that bad.
Really?
It really wasn't.
Really? Okay, well, you forget. You forget
I
a lot
don't
of
forget.
Well, then I'll tell.
You tell your version.
I'll tell my version.
And I'll sit back and listen and correct you.
And I'll bet you out of 1,000 listeners we have, there ain't one that could say, we were sitting at Easter brunch today and that topic came up. Yeah.
Oh, that was your fault.
Thank you.
Okay, that's
Thank
not
you.
what I'm talking
Thank
about.
you.
That was disgusting.
Okay, well, we're going
That
to get
was
into
so
that.
bad,
We're going to get
y'all.
into that. What
It's
else?
so awful.
What else? You had some show content. What do you got?
I got big show content. Other than telling y'all all about our fabulous weekend, which we could do in great detail, including Easter dress shopping with the girls. I have to talk about. We had so much going on this weekend. It's crazy. It was a very interesting story about a husband. You know, husbands and wives, they get into disagreements, and sometimes things get more heated than others. Now, Alan and I, have never been physical with each other. Never once, have we, honey? I don't think I've even thumped you. Have I ever thumped you even?
I mean, I don't.
If I have, I don't recall.
I don't recall that
we're
you
not
have.
physically violent people.
We're not really.
We've been angry with one another.
Oh, I mean, we haven't even well, I've played not when we're fighting, but I have grabbed you in the closet. You know how I grab you in the closet and sometimes I just bring you to the floor?
Yes, but you're playing.
And you go, and you're so wimpy that you're so easy to bring to the floor.
Yeah, I don't fight you.
You don't fight me.
Well, that's because I've learned that people who are in car accidents and things, if you just relax and fall into it, that you don't get injured. It's when you resist that you get injured. That's why I don't resist.
You do the Mahatma Gandhi passive resistance.
Yeah,
you just because
I don't want to get hurt. So when you tackle me, I just crumple so I won't get hurt.
But sometimes when you're folding panties and you're kind of hunched over the bed, I'll do the running start.
Yeah.
And do the form tackle.
And again, I don't resist because it's easier, ladies.
And then
don't resist.
And then we fall on the bed and then we just kind of lay there.
I'm talking about fighting. You're talking about playing.
No.
We've never been. Have we ever? Yeah, we've cussed at each other.
Oh.
I think you're more guilty of that than me.
No.
Yeah, you've cussed more than me at me.
Do I sound like somebody that would cuss?
Yeah, Alan's cussed at me.
I
cussed at him behind his back. I cuss behind his back. And I flip him off behind his back.
Hey.
Well, I do.
That's not very nice.
Well, when I'm mad at you, that's what I do.
That's not very nice.
Do you flip me off behind my back?
No, never. No.
I flip you off behind my
back.
Hey,
check this out, babe. I didn't tell you this. I'm getting a sidetrack, but real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the night who did you have? You had two of the kids, and I had one of them or two of them.
I don't know.
We're gonna meet you at Chili's.
We're gonna
meet you at Chili's.
Okay. That's a lot of nights. You mean this week?
Yeah, this week. That's 2 nights ago.
Okay, that was
last night. It was last night.
Yeah, I had the girl. I had McKelly, and you had the boys.
Okay. Anyway.
And Brooke was at a sleepover.
Okay, so I'm trying to meet Kelly and Emma Kelly at Chili's, and
that's where Cole. This is the thing. You ask the kids where they want to go. I don't know. Cole always knows. So Cole, where are we going? Chili's.
Right, and of course I get lost on the way. Right. So
you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I get lost. So we pull into.
That's why you were so.
This is the one up here at Stonebriar Mall. We pull up into the mall, and I'm clearly, I don't know where I am. So I've got to put the navigation on so I can get a half a mile. I mean, I just can't find it.
He is the worst sense of direction of any man. Ever.
You know when you go to a mall and you come in, and a lot of times the incoming traffic has the right of way.
Mm-hmm. But you're lost, and so you're not really paying attention to that.
Yeah, but I'm the incoming traffic, and so I have the right of way.
Oh.
So there, and then you've got 2 lanes. This forms a T, right? And you have 2 lanes that have to stop and yield to the oncoming traffic.
They should have stop signs there.
Right, they have stop signs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pulling, and I've got the right of way, but I'm kind of do because I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. But I have the right of way, and this lady kind of jumps out in front of me, and I keep going because I'm like, well, I got the right of way.
Right.
You know what she did?
She flipped you off.
Flipped me the biggest California howdy you have ever seen.
You should have followed her. You should have tracked her down.
That's not how I roll. I just kind of looked at her. I'm just like, wow, really? You're going to do that to me right now? I got my boys in the car, and you're flipping me off?
See, I have.
Why are you doing that to me?
Decency to do it behind your back.
Right, but why are you doing that to me? I have the right of way.
She thought she was right. She was wrong, but she thought she was right.
I got 2 kids in the car, so I just
probably didn't notice that.
So I just said, well, I'm sorry. I had the right of way, and I just went about my rat killing. But that's why I was late.
You didn't tell me that.
Well, I'm telling you now. I just told you. There you go. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it.
Well, it happens all the time.
It happens all the time. But you know what I learned from the 4 agreements? Don't take it personally. She would have done that to anybody else.
You know what? That's the first thing I thought, babe.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of you when that happened. When I saw that big middle finger pointed my direction, I thought, I could have been one of 5,000 other people that cruised through that intersection.
That's the hardest thing
who
to
had the
do.
right of way.
Right.
And it just happened to be me.
Happened to be you. So that's a really great thing for road rage. And I use this. This is like the one thing I got out of the 4 agreements that I use consistently is you don't take anything personally, because that had nothing to do with Alan, because she was angry, she screwed up. It didn't matter if it was a little old lady. It didn't matter if it was a priest. It didn't matter if it was the mayor. It didn't matter who it was. She was going to flip off whoever she thought wronged her. So there's no reason for you to take that personally.
And it was one of those moments too where her car was so close to mine that my face was literally 15 feet from her face, and we were kind of just looking at each other, and she was just had this rage in her face,
right.
and just
angry.
It was the and
that's
I was
the way
like,
I look behind your back. That's what I do behind your back. That same face, and I don't growl out loud. It's silent, so you can't hear it, so you don't know what I'm doing behind your back. Especially after you cuss at me. That's what I do.
I don't cuss at you.
You have. So we're going to get to the angry couple. We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
And probably some other silly stuff. But first, we want to say we found out something really cool that our church that we're going to adopt probably as our church home does on Sundays. Do you remember what we read in the program today?
Yeah. Well, they have a pond behind the church.
They have a pond behind the church.
And you can go fishing after church.
Do you hear that? You can go fishing behind the church. Is that the coolest thing ever? It's, and I was like, why do they do that? I said, well, that's the way, they get people in the community come out and you share, through, not always, you don't have to thump people over the head with the Bible. Sometimes you just can lead by your example, and sharing God's message. But you know what you need when you go fishing? You need some cool fishing clothes, and you need something that is comfortable, that is cool, that doesn't feel tacky and sticky and like a plastic shirt, heavy weighing you down. That's why 2 siblings, this brother and sister, this Montana fishing guide brother, a Nike designer sister, they were obsessed with outdoor activities, including fishing and hiking and biking and all those things. So they teamed up and made their mission to create the most comfortable shirt you can imagine. And they created Free Fly. Free Fly is designed for outdoorsmen, outdoor women who won't settle for uncomfortable clothing. This stuff is butter soft bamboo comfort.
Butter.
Designed from top to bottom. It's not just shirts. They have pants, jackets, all that stuff, but not with all the unnecessary bells and whistles. Because people who are really serious about the outdoors, do you care that you have flames and buttons and logos and stuff hanging off? No. You're about function. Now, they do come in different colors, and they're beautiful colors, but not all the other bells and whistles that you really don't need. Plus, Free Fly's bamboo has natural UPF sun protection. That means a lot to me as a redhead, because did you know you can get sunburned through your clothing? Did you know that? Some people think if they just wear a shirt, they're good.
I did know that.
Yeah. So if you didn't know that, Free Fly's bamboo has natural UPF sun protection. It keeps you cool on and off the water. People who try it, they say, I'm getting rid of all my cotton t-shirts and I'm going with the bamboo comfort of Free Fly.
Free Fly, babe. And I know why you like this, because you like comfort.
I very much enjoy
You want to be comfortable
all the time.
And it's time you stop being uncomfortable and tried out Free Fly's bamboo clothing. Mother's and Father's Day, right around the corner, babe. Right around the corner. So gear up for mom and dad now. You can get 20% off when you visit freeflyapparel.com and use promo code SANDWICH. That's freeflyapparel.com, promo code SANDWICH.
But thank you, Free Fly.
I love
I'll tell you, that clothing would have come in handy yesterday just for sitting outside, because Alan and I did a lot of that on Saturday. I was going to take our oldest son, Cole, to his baseball game. They have a 9 a.m. game, but they got to be there at 8 a.m. because they got to warm up for an hour. Why? Explain that to me, Dad.
I don't know. I guess they're
warm up.
They're one level right below the major leagues, I guess.
So Emma Kelly and Cole, every once in a while, they go through different love affairs, the siblings do.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah.
Like sometimes the sisters, Brooke and Emma Kelly, are best friends. Other times they're not speaking to each other.
Right.
And then for some reason, Cole and Emma Kelly just fell in love this weekend. And Emma Kelly's like, I'll get up on Saturday morning even though I don't have to. And I want to go see Cole play baseball. So at the ungodly hour of like 6:30 on a Saturday morning, anyway, parents with kids in sports, you've done it all too. So we take him all the way out there, and I was looking up at these hot air balloons in the sky. And I was like, oh, I wonder if the hot air balloon festival is coming anytime soon. And I was like, it doesn't matter if it is coming or not, because we have so many stinking sports activities every weekend. We wouldn't be able to take the kids if we wanted to.
No, you don't have time to do that.
I've never seen kids involved in so many sports in my life.
What?
But that's what we do every weekend.
That's what we do.
But I know other parents are in the same boat. For us to say anything, it's like, what are you talking about? We do this every week.
Sure. It's just part of the deal.
Yeah, so we did that. And then, so I watched the baseball game, which of course runs long. Have to go, Alan and I have to meet at the soccer field because we got to change kids. And I grab Dylan and he takes Cole. And we got to race over to get to Emma Kelly's volleyball game, back to back, double header. And I have Dylan with me, who was a perfect angel. I'm going to brag on that kid. He is 6 years old. He was so awesome for 2 solid hours. And then after that, you had to take from baseball to football for Cole.
Cole had a football
after
game.
Scarfing down Chick-fil-A on his lap.
In our laps, which you know how I love that. So we did that, and then poor Cole, his football team gets throttled. They got throttled by the miniature New England Patriots. Golly. I mean, the other team's best play was throw it 3 yards to this guy. And this guy was just juking. He was like that Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
I mean, he was juking guys left and right.
These are all 9 and 10-year-old boys.
Oh,
Yeah.
I couldn't have caught this kid. I mean, he was fast. But anyway, we got throttled there. And then what did we do after that? We came home, right?
We came home kind of defeated because the baseball team lost. They were winning and they were beating an undefeated team. But then, you see that lead slowly slip away. And Cole got struck out. He didn't swing at the last pitch. And I told Alan, I videoed it and sent it to Alan. I just happened to be videoing it because he couldn't be there. He was at the soccer game with Dylan. And I said, he just stood there after he struck out and he muttered. His lips were, I don't know what he was saying, but he was muttering the whole way back to the dugout. And he was just, his whole body language was like,
well, he told me that last strike.
This is what he ends up telling me.
I said, how did the game go, bud? How was pitching? And he said, I said, how did it go? And he said, Daddy, that last strike was not a strike. It was at my shins. And I said, well, I don't know, bud. Sometimes those umps have big strike zones. I'm not sure what happened, but
yeah,
he was still
stewing all day.
He was still
over
stewing
that.
about it.
And then he goes from the baseball game to get pummeled at football. It was a defeating day. And see, that used to be like for me with Emma Kelly, because she was always on volleyball teams. A bunch of kids like, let's just go out and just have some fun. It's like, it'd be kind of nice to win every once in a while because it's real defeating to get stomped every single game. But she's finally, after like 3 years playing, she's starting to kind of get it a little bit.
You know what I think we're going to have to do?
What?
Reset and start over.
Are you kidding me?
No.
You didn't hit the record button. Alan! Are you kidding me?
No, I wish I was. This is real, folks. This is real. This is real stuff. This is real.
We will never be able to recreate any of that.
Babe, you know what I need? I need a freaking producer. Because I obviously can't do it. I'm obviously failing as a producer.
Hit the record button. Hit the record button. We're going to start all over. There's no way we're going to be able to do that again.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. We can do it. Come on, we can do it. My bad. We can do it.
How many minutes were we into that?
Not very long. Not very long. We can do it. No, we're going to talk about.
Let me pull the spot back up.
Yeah, pull the spot back up. We got it. We're good. We're all good, guys. We're all good.
If I had done that. Okay, ready?
Yeah, let's just start like we never did a podcast and just see where it goes.
I'm going to cry.
I'm sorry. Okay, it's 8:30. We're 30 minutes late, but the podcast is rolling. Okay, it is definitely rolling now. Pop, 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 pop. We got levels. It's recording, babe.
I have no idea how this is going to go.
It's going to go great.
All right. Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans, and this is my husband, the one I'm so fortunate to co-host this podcast with.
Hello, Melon. Hello, Melon.
That's Alan Evans.
You notice I did it twice? You know why?
Why?
Because this is our second attempt at doing the podcast tonight.
Yes.
Because 27 minutes in,
27 minutes in,
I realized that I didn't press the record button.
Alan forgot to press the record button. So we're going to start over from the top. Now, those of you listening in podcast land, we could have just played it off, but no, we're going to.
Babe, I don't know what, I honestly, I don't know what has come over me.
Are you sure it's recording?
Yeah, it's recording. You see, it's counting.
Now it's counting.
The last couple of years.
We got some new equipment, and Alan's really excited about it. And we were playing with the levels, and he was bragging on how much it costs. There's no need to go through that.
You know how much this thing costs?
Let me guess.
Guess how much this thing costs?
$5,000.
Nope. Higher.
$7,000.
Lower.
$6,000.
$6,000
Wow.
for the Rode Class A servo biased preamp with Aphex onboard technology.
Wow. Are we getting paid for you to say that?
No.
No. Okay. We're just recreating everything we already did.
I don't think so.
Ago.
No,
Boss
man George hooked us up with a new unit here.
You know, it is really difficult to operate. It has this great big button. It's probably about 2 inches big, and it says REC for record. You have to press it. That's what you have to do.
Like Phil Mickelson said after
did Phil Mickelson
after
say?
the 2004 U.S. Open when he blew it on the 18th hole?
What did he say?
I am such an idiot.
Well, we're going to start over. I don't know if we can quite recreate the magic.
Happy Easter.
Yes, Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
To say that. We already said that the first time we started the podcast, but we weren't recording.
Happy Easter, everybody. I'm still having a good time doing the podcast.
Yeah. Basically, we were saying, how do you start over and act like we haven't done this? Let's just pretend.
You just keep doing a podcast.
So we have had a very, you know what? This is a beautiful day. For those who are of the Christian faith, this is truly the most important holiday. Well, a lot of people say the birth of Jesus is very important, but the death, burial, and the resurrection and the promise that we have, that Jesus died on the cross for our sins, this is really, in a lot of people's opinion, the most important holiday. And of course, our kids couldn't tell you the meaning of Easter because they just know about the Easter Bunny. Our fault. We're going to get our butts back in the pews.
Yeah, we were driving home from wherever we were tonight. Oh, back from your parents.
From wherever we were, my parents.
And Cole pipes up from the back of the minivan, Constantine. He says, Daddy, I want to be on the podcast. And I said, oh, okay, buddy, what are you going to say?
Crickets.
And then Kelly says to Dylan, you want to be on the podcast? You can tell the Easter story. What's the Easter story? Like, okay.
I just explained it. But anyway, so they're upstairs playing Fortnite instead. They decided it wasn't worth being part of our podcast. Good thing, because we'd have to make them tell their story over again, and they would have been over it. Yeah. Kind
of like you are with me being a producer of A Sandwich and Some Love. You know what, babe? If I were you, hey, here's another thing. You know who I got sitting next to me? Other than my sweet wife?
Oh, now you're going to suck up?
How about a 2019 Gracie Award winner?
That's me.
That's you, babe.
That's me.
Congratulations. We haven't talked about that. 2019.
You didn't need to suck up to me until
2019 Gracie Award winner for outstanding co-host of a nationally syndicated radio show.
That's right.
Hey, all I know is other Gracie Award winners: Barbara Walters, Betty White.
Yeah. There are also younger people who have won it too.
No, yeah, there are. Marissa Hargitay.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? There's a big list of them.
I know there's a lot of people. Reese Witherspoon. I think Sandra Oh is winning this year. I don't have the list in front of me right now, but it's a really big deal.
It's a big deal.
And it's going to be held out of the Beverly Wilshire Hotel in Beverly Hills. next month in May, and it's really exciting. I don't know what to expect because
Giada?
Are you just gonna start naming names now?
Well, she's one. Selena Gomez.
Mm-hmm. It's so anyway, we're gonna go out there and there's gonna be, I think, a red carpet and stuff, but it's gonna be really, I don't know how to feel about it because nobody's gonna know who I am. I mean, what people in radio know who I am, but Sandra Oh and Reese Witherspoon, they're like, who's this person standing? So I don't know how that's gonna go.
They don't know who you are.
I don't know how that's gonna go, but it's exciting and it's a huge honor. It's like the highest, it might be the highest award you can get for a woman in radio other than Marconi, I would think. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing. And then I also found out the same week I won the Airblazer Award. Remember the one I'm going to get in Chicago?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that other award?
Well,
it's about women who have done really well. I think I'm the 6th recipient of this one. It's a fairly new award, so that's going to be fun. So it's been a really exciting week. It's my 25th year on the air in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So it's just a really great time to have that happen.
And I'm really proud of my sweet wife.
Thank you.
I don't know if a lot of people, they hear you on the radio and they've heard you for years and years. And I don't know if the layman kind of thinks, people on the radio, they just get on the radio and they just kind of talk, and that's what they do.
That's a lot of what we do.
That's a lot of what they do, but they don't see a lot of what it takes to be able to do that, And I posted something
very
for Kelly,
lovely.
And, she works hard. She works hard.
I'm tired.
and she's tired. And I've known other, not to Kelly's stature, but I've known other people in the entertainment business. And one thing I notice about those people that are really successful is they work hard and they take what they do seriously. My friend Bob,
mm-hmm.
They take what they do very seriously, and it's serious to them. And I think the people who do that are like Kelly, and they have careers like Kelly.
Thank you. But I'm still going to tell the story about how I flip you off behind your back, though.
Yeah. But the reason I brought up the award was, number one, I'm proud of Kelly for that. But number two, if I were Kelly and I was a Gracie Award winner, I would fire my podcast co-host as the producer of this podcast.
So you want me to start doing it, is what you said?
Either you start doing it.
I used to do it and you wanted to do it, so I let you do it because you said I was screwing it up.
Either you do it or we'll hire a producer.
Wait, somebody just sit here and press the record button?
Mm-hmm. Because
I really want to hire somebody to sit there, press record.
Yes, because I can't do it.
Well,
I obviously can't do it.
Now you've learned your lesson and that won't happen again.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to recreate all the magic we had the first step.
Well, how did we get into it? Because you were talking about how we don't really fight.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we're going to talk about our weekend.
Right.
And then you said, what did you bring to the show, Kelly?
Oh, yeah.
Something like that with a lot of attitude.
Right.
And I said, I got this story I found about this husband and wife that got into a fight and how you and they got into a physical fight where one of them got arrested. I don't want to tell you which one because I'll give the story away. But that they got physical with each other. And that's the one thing I can say about you and me. You and I have never been physical with one another.
Oh,
there has been some cuss. I don't think I've thumped him. I don't know. I might have. I don't think I've even shoved you.
No.
And I was so mad when you didn't press that record button. If I was ever going to hit you, it probably would have happened then. But it didn't. See, because I'm just not a violent person.
Right. And then I was saying how I tackle you in the closet.
Right. But Alan,
I'll kind of grab you and then just kind of hold on to you tight until my weight just kind of brings you down to the ground and you just kind of give up.
I give up because I learned a long time ago that much like, they say people like babies, when they fall down a flight of stairs or people who are drunk driving and they get into accidents, they don't usually get too terribly injured because they are just relaxed.
Yeah.
They don't tense up. So when Alan goes to tackle me, I just kind of give into it and go with the fall, and I've never been injured.
And then sometimes when Kelly's folding her panties on the bed, she'll kind of
you're not wearing them on your head.
Right. She'll kind of be hunched over that. I've never done that. She'll kind of be hunched.
You wear my panties on your head all the time.
That's not true.
Particularly fond of my lime green ones.
I'm being misrepresented. I'll kind of hunch. She'll kind of hunch over the bed. I'll take a running start and tackle her, and then we'll fall onto the bed.
Again, I just go there.
Passive resistance.
That's what we do.
But then
we're talk about that.
But then we were talking about how you flip me off behind my back, which I think that's very, very, very poor Poor behavior.
Would you rather me flip you off to your face?
Well, here's the deal. Here's what I told Kelly when we did this podcast before, when I didn't hit record. Kelly and I were going to meet at Chili's last night. And Kelly has Emma Kelly. I have the boys in my car.
Because Brooks at a sleepover.
And
Alan was late, but when you came in, I didn't question it. You're just running late, I thought.
So we're going to meet at the Chili's at #NotAnAd up at Stonebriar Mall.
Because whenever we ask the kids, where do you want to go to dinner? Nobody has an opinion. I don't care, except for Cole. Our son always says, I want to go to Chili's. You know why? Why does he want to go to Chili's, honey? Tell him why. What do you like from Chili's?
Well, he likes the chicken enchilada soup, and now he's eating the little
soup.
6-ounce sirloin and double broccoli.
6-ounce sirloin and double broccoli for a 10-year-old boy. How about that?
Yeah.
So he's always Chili's. We're like, let's go, Cole.
So he's all in on Chili's. But so I get lost going to Chili's. I mean, I
get lost coming home.
So I pulled into the mall and I'm lost. I'm like, I can't remember where this Chili's is. So I plug it into my GPS and it's like half a mile away. So I get all twisted and turned around. Well, I have to pull into the mall. And, when you go into a mall, most of you know, like the lane coming in is always the lane that has the right of way. You don't usually have a stop sign when you're coming in the mall. The 2 lanes that are on either side usually have a stop sign. Right. So I'm rolling into the mall because the Chili's is at the mall. And I get into the intersection and this lady who's at a stop sign pulls out, almost hits my car. And I'm looking at her and I just kind of keep going. And she looks at me and she throws me the biggest California howdy right in my face.
Just like I do behind your back.
Yes. And I'm looking at her like, are you really doing that to me right now? I didn't know what to do.
The nerve of her to do it to your face.
She was 15 feet from me.
She should have waited until you passed her and then done it behind your back.
Right, but she's doing it. She's looking me in the eyes and just, and I'm just kind of looking at her like, wow, you're doing that to me right now.
Yeah, did you take it personally?
No, I didn't. And the boys are in the car with me, and I'm looking, and they didn't see, but I'm looking at them like, wow, I hope you guys didn't see that, and and then I just kind of keep going. I'm just kind of looking at her like, what was your deal? But the first thing I thought of was
Kelly Raspberry.
Because of this book.
I read a book that was recommended to me by Kid Craddock many years ago called The 4 Agreements. And the one thing that I practice out of those 4 agreements very consistently is don't take things personally. Because that woman would have flipped off whoever. Now, she was in the wrong. She thought she was in the right. But she's an angry person. And it didn't matter if it was Alan or a little old lady or a school teacher or a priest or the fireman. It didn't matter if it was the mayor. It didn't matter. She would flip off whoever it was.
It could have been Mother freaking Teresa.
Right. So that's why you don't take it personally, because it wasn't about you.
It could have been Mahatma freaking Gandhi.
And if people will learn that that wasn't about me, that wasn't an insult to me, I think it would cut down on a lot of road rage incidents, for instance.
That's the first thing
unnecessary, these shootings and violence. Everybody, you disrespected me.
Well, she obviously disrespected me, but the first thing I thought was, hey, if it wasn't me, it would have been 5,000 other people that would just randomly have gone through that intersection.
So if somebody cuts you off on the interstate, they get into your lane that had nothing to do with you. It really does help if you can grasp that concept. It's easier said than done.
But I had the right of way.
I know you did, honey.
Why am I so spun up tonight?
I don't know.
I think I've had too much caffeine.
Well, it's been a very long day. It's been a long weekend because much like other parents, we have children involved in way too many sporting activities.
Oh.
And we can't do anything. We can't plan anything fun on the weekends because we have to go to more sports. And I can't really complain about it because there are other parents that have the same issues every week.
Yeah.
But unlike their children who probably have one sport.
Oh, we got 3 that are doing multiples.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So anyway, there's no need to go back through all of that again. But we're going to talk about our Easter weekend. We were.
And the church, we pretty much have decided.
We really like it.
We really like it.
I feel bad because we didn't give any other churches a try. So do you just go to the first one you try? We left our old church. It's time to move on. And we said we were going to start church shopping, but basically we're just going to the first one we found, but we really like it.
We do, because you were showing me something in the program today.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought it was really cool. They have a pond.
They have a beautiful pond.
And fishing time if you want to attend after service sometimes.
Yeah, it's a great little thing right there on the property. And Alan's like, why would they do that on the property? I said, well, part of a church is, you don't always need to thump somebody over the head with a Bible to share God's message. You could show God's love and family activity, just a way. It's like a ministry to do fun things like that. But it's very important on a hot, sticky day. You got to be comfortable, right?
You got to be comfortable.
When you're outdoors and it's hot and sweaty, you're fishing or you're biking or you're jogging or you're doing any kind of activity, you don't want to have some sticky plastic shirt weighing you down. You want to wear something really comfortable that performs great, that doesn't hold you back from the fun you're trying to have. And that's why 2 siblings, a Montana fishing guide brother, a Nike designer sister, they were obsessed with the outdoors, and they teamed up and made it their mission to create the most comfortable shirt. And they created Free Fly.
Free Fly.
This is made of bamboo, butter soft bamboo. In
Butter.
fact, people, they have testimonials, if you go and check them out, of people who said, once I tried Free Fly bamboo shirts, I threw away all my cotton t-shirts because these are way more comfortable. So it's designed for the people who work hard, who play hard, and who want the same thing from their clothing. It's not just shirts. They also have the shorts, they have the jackets, all that thing you need if you have an active outdoor lifestyle. No unnecessary bells and whistles. You don't have the big logos, but they do come in really pretty colors. And what I love is they have UPF sun protection. It's natural. It just comes naturally with the bamboo fabric. And you might not have known this. I know this because I'm a very fair-skinned person. Just because you're wearing a shirt, that doesn't mean you're getting the proper UPF protection. And that's what you get with Free Fly clothing. And if you are going to be doing a lot of stuff outdoors and you want to be comfortable, it's time for you to check out Free Fly.
Well, that's one thing you value, babe, is comfort.
I love comfort.
And it's time you stopped being uncomfortable and tried out Free Fly's bamboo clothing. Mother's and Father's Day is just right around the corner.
It is.
Right around the corner. So gear up for mom and dad. You can get 20% off when you visit freeflyapparel.com and use promo code SANDWICH. That's freeflyapparel.com, promo code SANDWICH.
Wow. Thank you, Free Fly.
Thank you, Free Fly. Would love Free Fly. All right, babe.
And that's when I went into the story about how I sat outside the baseball game. And do you want to tell that story again, or are we just moving on? I feel like I've already told it, even though the people listening to the podcast haven't heard it.
You can tell if you want.
Okay, so our kids, we have 4 between us. 14-year-old girl, 12-year-old girl, 10-year, almost 11-year-old next month boy, and a 6-year-old boy. And they go through periods where they're in love with each other. They go through periods when they don't like each other very much. One day it'll be the 2 girls. They're thick as thieves. They're giggling and cuddling and running around. And the next day somebody's slamming a door. Don't talk to me anymore. She's awful. And this weekend it happened to be Cole, our 10-year-old son, and Emma Kelly, the 12-year-old girl. They were just all about each other. They were just in love, wanted to sit next to each other, do everything together. Perfect. So Cole had to be at his 9 a.m. baseball game on Saturday at 8 a.m. because apparently you need a whole hour to warm up for baseball when you're 10 years old.
Yeah, you do.
I don't understand.
One level below the major leagues,
right?
Babe. Yeah.
So Emma Kelly's like, I'll get up and I'll go. I couldn't believe it. So Alan had to take Dylan to soccer. I got this one going to baseball. After baseball, we're going to switch off, and I'll take Dylan with me to Emma Kelly's doubleheader volleyball game while you take Cole to his football game. It's one of those kind of Saturdays. But the funny, poor Cole, he just had the worst Saturday. Dylan, of course, he's on a soccer team, and he beat the other team, 1,000,000 to 2.
Like 1,000,000 to 2.
Something like that. But Cole's baseball team, they were playing an undefeated team, and they were winning. Cole's team was winning, and it was like so cool. But then the lead slowly slips away by the end. And Cole, on his last time at bat, he went out without swinging. He got struck out, and he just kind of stood there for a minute. I was videoing it because Alan had to be at the soccer game. I wanted to see some stuff that just happened to happen. And he just stood there. and he put his bat down, and he was muttering.
Mm.
I don't even know what he was saying the whole way back to the dugout. His whole body language, he was just a dark cloud. You couldn't get him out of it. And then when you got together with him,
Well, I picked him up. I said, "How'd the game go?"
he didn't want to talk about it with me.
He goes, "Daddy, that last strike was not a strike. It was at my shins." He said he called it a strike. It was at my shins. And I said, "Bud," I said, sometimes the umps, they have a big strike zone, and you can't argue with the ump. He called it the way he called it. He goes, "But Daddy, it was low. It was at my shins." I'm like, I didn't see it, bud. I'm sorry.
He was telling everybody to listen.
Yeah, but I felt bad for him. And then he got throttled by the mini New England Patriots at his football game.
Man.
But
he just got back to back, just like, ugh.
He's a busy dude, man. He had a busy weekend. I think he just kind of flamed out there at the football game. He was just tired. And
I'm just having just this complete 180 with Emma Kelly in volleyball, because for the past 3 teams she's been on, they have sucked. I mean, I'm saying that as a loving mother. My daughter's volleyball teams were the worst. They were all new. It's not anybody's fault. They just were, the first team they were on were a couple of volunteer moms that, bless their hearts, they tried, and they did it with a good spirit, and they were just like, we're going to get out there with our daughters and we're going to have a good time. And they were watching YouTube videos, and they wanted us to take our girls, that's how we're being coached, to go and watch YouTube videos to teach them how to play volleyball. It was just like, bless their hearts. But in the next year, again, she got on a team that had won the championship the year before. I'm like, wow, maybe we have a chance this time. All their players, the good championship players, had moved on. And so then we had another year where it's just like loss after loss after loss. And so this year she's on a team that's finally winning some games. So it's been a lot more fun.
It's always more fun when you win. So, okay, that was Saturday. Saturday was pretty busy. So
Saturday after that, I had to take the girls Easter dress shopping.
Okay, are we going to go through that too?
Well, yeah, because
eventually we got to get through Easter.
I know, but I got to tell you.
Okay.
So 12-year-old girls, and I try to remember how it was when I was a girl. I didn't have a really great sense of what looked good or appropriate.
Right.
My daughter picked out a dress that had a built-in bra in it.
Mm.
She looked like a pinup queen, like one of those, those calendars where the ladies have their hands behind their heads and they got their boobs pushed out.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those kind of dresses. Would not hear of not getting it. I said, finally, I'd had it, because it was like 6 o'clock at night, Easter Eve. I said, you're getting it. You're going to wear a sweater over it. Okay. Because, you give in it eventually. But finally, I picked up your daughter, and we went and found, and this is the key to get Emma Kelly to want something, give it to Brooke first.
Mm.
And so I pulled a whole bunch of clothes just for Brooke to try on, because Emma Kelly's done, right? She's got the pin-up girl stuff. Here, Brooke, I got all these dresses. Well, I want to try that one on. I like that one. I like that one.
That's probably a pretty decent strategy, because Brooke is, and I'm thankful for this, she's very conservative.
Yeah.
With her dress.
Yeah.
Dressing. She's very conservative.
Yeah.
And I'm good with that. So, sell something to Brooke, and then you'll sell it to Emma Kelly.
And Brooke doesn't want to fight with Emma Kelly. She's like, whatever, Emma Kelly, just take it. So we got her out of the boobalicious dress. That was my story on that.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'm glad you got her out of that dress.
It was embarrassing.
I think Jerry Raspberry was.
She was going to have to wear a cardigan with it, but that was her compromise. She said, I'll wear a sweater over it. I don't care. Okay, whatever.
Okay, so after this wheels off day, we're probably laying in bed Saturday night. And I probably say to my wife, I don't know that this happened for sure, but I probably say to her, ask her, hey, babe, what time do we need to get up and go to church tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that you've looked at the schedule and you know what time we need to go.
Mm-hmm.
What time are we supposed to go, babe?
I said, church is at 9:30.
Okay, so that means we gotta, backtrack, blah, blah, blah. Gotta get the kids up, gotta get them dressed, gotta make them pancakes. We need to be there early. So if church starts at 9:30,
that's what I saw on the website.
We want to leave our house at 9 at the latest, because I want to take some pictures of the family. Got a lot to do, so we're gonna get up. Kelly set her alarm for 6:30 or 6.
Because Kelly had a lot to do.
Because Kelly said we got to go to church and it starts at 6 or 9:30.
Kelly assembled all those Easter eggs by herself.
Now,
Kelly,
I'll tell you what.
Kelly was the Easter Bunny's assistant and hid all those Easter eggs by herself.
Yeah.
And Kelly had to shave her legs and tan her legs. Man, my legs are so brown right now. It's comical.
So we get in the car right on time.
We are on time.
9 a.m. We took pictures. I made all the kids pancakes. Kelly tanned her legs. Kelly shaved her legs. Kelly rolled her hair. The girls got dresses on. The boys got their fancy polo shirts on with the button all the way to the top.
You look good.
You
look great.
Kelly bought me a shirt for Valentine's Day. I was wearing that. So everybody's all spiffed up. We're all ready to go. Everyone's in Constantine, the minivan, and we start matriculating towards the general direction of the church. At which point I say, hey, babe, I don't even know how to get here because it's been so long since I've been to church.
We've been a little loud.
And Kelly says, you just go this way. And I said, okay.
That was technically right.
Which way? Just keep going this way. And I said,
I told you you had the toll way, but you don't want to do that. You want to go the back way. I said, okay, well then go that way.
So then we get to a point, of course, in the trip to the church where Kelly doesn't know where she is.
Well, kind of dead-ended.
And I don't know where I am. Obviously, I never know where I am. And so we have to fire up the navigation to get to church.
But we were only a block off. Yeah. I was going the right way. I was just a block off.
So we pull into the parking lot, and I'm in a panic because it's about 9:15 at this point, and it's my understanding that church starts at 9:30. So I'm thinking,
how it is on Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday, every Tom, Dick, and Harry who swings a hammer is coming out of the woodwork to go to church, right?
And Allen's and Kelly's.
Yeah. So I pull into the very first parking place I see, which is, I don't know, 38 miles from the steeple.
It was the farthest parking spot from the church because we saw the shuttle driver there.
Yeah, I parked right next to the shuttle
driver. And we thought,
driver.
you know what? We might as well not risk it. We might get close and there might not be another shuttle. Let's just park here and grab the shuttle and go. That was our plan.
And that worked out great. We walked over there and we're all, happy Easter, officers, happy Easter, sir, ma'am.
We're not in a hurry.
No. Hop in the shuttle. He drives us the 38 miles over to the steeple, drops us right off there. The girls go inside, and Kelly, she's got all the time in the world. And, of course, Kelly, she's never met a stranger. So she's talking to the shuttle driver, and we're all out kind of waiting for her. We're in the church kind of looking at her like, I guess she's going to come into the church at some point.
Good thing I talked to her.
But she was just engaging with the shuttle driver on and on.
This is something you have to learn about Alan. He does not like it when I'm
on and on.
And I like to engage with people. I like a connection.
Yes. So she finishes this connection, comes walking in, and then all of a sudden I see her talking to an usher, and then I see her kind of straighten up and kind of look around and looking at me, and then kind of with her eyes just as big as saucers. And I'm kind of looking at her like, this can't be good. This can't be good. And?
Church started at 9.
Yeah.
What happened was they have an Easter schedule on the website, and then they also have a section for the regular Sunday service site. And I thought, when I saw it earlier in the week, I thought I saw that there was a 9 and a 10 a.m. service. Then I went back and looked the night before. I saw 9:30. I said, well, maybe I was wrong. So anyway, I was very wrong. So we were late for Easter service, but everybody's giving me attitude, but it worked out.
No attitude.
You gave me a lot of attitude.
Babe,
you gave me so much attitude.
Guys.
You gave me attitude.
I didn't give her attitude.
So we go upstairs, we sit on the back row of the balcony, and we catch the last 15, 20 minutes of the service. They were
beautiful music.
Beautiful.
Oh,
well,
beautiful music.
The end, the beginning music we missed was beautiful. Remember?
All the walkout music he was playing.
The organ was beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. So Alan, we're sitting there, and I said, look, we missed the first 20, 25 minutes of the service. So why don't we just sit here and we'll catch the first 20, 25 minutes of the next service.
So that's what we did.
That's what we did. After you asked me repeatedly, how did you screw this up?
No,
tell me again. Don't rewrite it.
You're misrepresenting me.
Okay, then what did you say? You were like, tell me again.
I said,
you went
babe,
on the website.
No, I said, babe, I'm just trying to understand.
After I explained it 5 times.
What exactly happened? Because I was very confused, as I usually am. I was just very confused. How that happened.
I told you, I looked at the wrong schedule.
Yeah.
So we ended up watching the last half of the 9 a.m. service and the first half of the 10 a.m. service.
Which turned, in the end, it actually turned out great. It was fine. And where we were sitting in the balcony, you could see everything. I mean, it was
beautiful.
I could
music.
hear everything. The music was beautiful. The children were good.
And we had to get to brunch.
Then we had to get to brunch.
So we had to get to brunch because I was in charge. And again, here's colossal potential screw up again. Is I had one job, and it was I had two, to tell everybody what time to be at church. 3, do all the Easter.
Yeah.
And 3 was to make brunch reservations.
Now, brunch reservations were at 11.
Well, there wasn't a reservation because the restaurant doesn't take reservations.
Okay, we were supposed to meet my parents there at 11.
So there's a wait list you have to get on.
Right.
But what I also didn't know is for parties of 7 or more, you have to just show up. They don't take the wait list. So I called up there dripping Southern sugar and honey.
Oh.
And was so nice to the lady on the phone. I said, look, I have screwed this up. And I just explained to her, I said, I thought, I don't know what, it was a mess. It was a hot mess. But she said, go on the wait list and put a little note in there and explain your situation. And I did. Honey, there was sugar dripping on the keys of my laptop. I left the sweetest note. So anyway, we got there and they were able to get us seated.
Now,
after your parents
they can't seat us. We have the children, so it's 6 of us.
Right.
They can't seat us until my mom and dad get there.
Yeah.
So Kelly looks over at me and she goes, your mom and dad usually are on time for stuff, right? And I kind of look at her with the puppy dog kind of tilting its head like it just heard the high-pitched noise face. And I said, are you kidding me? My mom's Filipino. Shout out to all the Pinoys. Filipinos are never on time. They're never on time for anything.
Yeah.
And I was telling Kelly this while we were waiting for them. I said,
not 30 seconds later, I got a message.
Yeah. I told her, I said, it's funny. Like my family and your family, there's not one person who gets nervous about being late and gets flustered except me. I'm the only one who gets that.
No,
I get that chest palpitations when I'm late for something.
I get panicked in certain situations. I get so stressed out, I'll start crying.
But you get panicked, but you're never on time.
Because it's not, I don't know, it's just stuff happens.
Yeah, I know. But then my mom is the same way. She's never on time. My sister, never on time.
Yeah. But it worked out because they were late. We were able to all get seated.
Jerry Raspberry. He'll dawdle. He'll engage. Yeah, he'll engage. So anyway,
it worked out.
I'm kind of getting heart palpitations because we can't be seated until my mom and dad get there.
Right.
So I call my dad, and who do we see walking up?
As we're walking in.
As we're walking in. Yeah, so.
And then within 3 minutes they sat us. So it was fine.
It all turned out fine. It all turned out fine. Brunch was pretty good until.
Oh, I can't believe you're going to tell that story. This is so bad, y'all.
I think this is a story that a lot of people can relate with.
No, this is so.
Okay, I won't tell it then. No, it's fine. You leave the listener in a lurch.
No, you want to. You
leave the listener in a lurch. It's fine. So thanks to Kelly, listeners. We're just going to move on to a different subject, and you can wonder what I was going to tell you. Okay, here's what happened. And this has probably happened to you before.
This is so gross.
I'm not going to be crude. Have you ever been in a situation where one of your kids takes your phone, okay, grabs your phone and says, Daddy, I want to play games on your phone, or I want to look at pictures on your phone? Okay, Dylan did that. He's 6, okay? I don't care that he did it because I don't have any bad stuff on my phone. I really don't.
We don't send nudies and
stuff
like that.
I'll give my phone. I'll give my phone to Kelly right now. She can thumb through all the stuff she wants. It's fine. There's nothing on there but
except for this one thing.
I do have pictures on there that if you're a kid, you would look at them and be like, what is that? So I'm kind of getting a little, if you've ever been in the situation, you're kind of getting a little nervous about what he might see and what he might, So he's thumbing through my pictures and just kind of looking at my phone and showing everybody the pictures on the phone. And he finds one of me. I've been taking progress photos of me on my diet. So I've been taking pictures of me in the mirror from the front and from the side. And I've been doing this. I'm in my boxer briefs.
No, you're in your bikinis at that point.
No.
In the beginning, you were in your bikinis.
This was a recent one. So I'm in my boxer briefs. And so there's a picture of me in my underwear. He's like, Daddy, what is this? And he's showing everyone at the table. And he's holding up the phone in the restaurant. And I'm like, buddy, okay.
But you're sort of proud because it's your most recent picture.
Yeah, I'm looking pretty fly. Yeah, I'm looking pretty fly. So I'm like, okay, all right. So,
give it back, Dylan.
Yeah. So he keeps thumbing through it, and he comes across another photo Okay, I don't even know how to really explain this. I was at a coffee shop the other day. All right, a coffee shop that I go to a lot, and I walked into the bathroom.
And these bathrooms are typically one toilet, one sink.
It's
right?
usually a one hole.
And it's a community bathroom.
Yeah. And I walked in there and I was absolutely horrified at what I saw in the toilet.
Now we all know what it was.
Okay. I mean, this was like a freaking summer sausage. I see it.
Ugh.
I see it. And I'm so horrified, I almost screamed. I'm like, ah! And then I kicked the handle to flush it, and it just spins. It's so big, it won't flush. Babe, I'm not kidding.
Like a log.
Yeah, but it's spinning. It won't go down.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, ah! So
it's one thing when it's yours.
I had to go.
Another thing was a stranger.
I had to go to the bathroom and I couldn't even go.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm out. So I walk out of the bathroom. Well, before I did that.
Okay.
I took a picture of it.
He took a picture of it.
And the reason I took a picture of it is because I was going to show the manager that this is in
that you are full. You are full of crap.
I was going to take a picture of it because I was going to show the manager this is in your toilet. It won't go down, and I can't use your restroom.
Why would you have to say, sir, you need to go make sure?
Because I couldn't go over there and say, excuse me, ma'am, there's a gigantic turd in there.
Did they show her a picture?
I was just going to say, look, this is in the bathroom. You need to go fix this.
And did you do that?
No, because
because you weren't ever planning on doing that. You're trying to justify taking a picture.
No, I walked out and I announced to the coffee shop, this wasn't me. I didn't do this. This was not me. And then I just left.
You'll never go back to that
story. I panicked. Okay, so fast forward to Easter brunch.
How long ago was that picture taken?
About 2 weeks.
Okay, this is sitting in your phone for 2 weeks.
Yeah. So Dylan's scrolling back 2 weeks of my photos. He comes across this thing. And he goes, Daddy, what is this? And he shows it to my mother, his grandmother, at Easter brunch. And my mom's like, oh my. And kind of, oh my. And my dad's like, whoa.
Yelling.
Whoa. Am I? I'm sorry.
Yelling.
I got really excited about this story.
Very excited about your poop story.
Is that how you remember the story?
Well, I remember it a little differently, but that's okay.
Okay.
My question was,
yes.
Who have you shown this photo to? Nobody.
Who would I show it to?
Is it more disturbing that you took a photo of poo for your own viewing pleasure, or to show people what horrific thing you saw in the bathroom? But you didn't show it to anybody. You just kept it on your phone.
I will go on the record to say
that's what
I will submit to you that I took the photo to show management at the establishment.
You came up with that story because your dad was saying you agreed.
To show management at the establishment that this was the condition of their restroom. It was unacceptable, and I could not use the restroom because this thing.
He is so full of crap,
this thing was helicopter spinning in this commode.
But you kept a picture of it.
I forgot it was on my phone.
Dylan deleted it.
Dylan deleted it.
He's like, ew. He deleted it. So he was so bad.
That is so wheels. That is
awful. At Easter brunch.
Who does that?
You did that.
I'm not proud.
Well, you told it. You didn't have to tell it.
What fun would that be? This is a sandwich and some lemon. We pulled back the kimono. Pulled the kimono way back.
All right.
That's what happened.
I heard you.
Okay.
All right. So let's move on to a lighter subject.
Yeah. Oh man. Do we need to do something? Let's do something, and then we'll do this.
You want to sponsor that?
We can with this sponsor, sure.
You or someone you love can now experience the thrill of driving a Polaris Slingshot Get in one of these machines and experience the wind in your hair, the rumble of the road like never before by renting one of these machines at dfwslingshotrentals.com.
It's a hoot, babe. It's a lot of fun.
But honey, what is a slingshot?
A slingshot? You know what a slingshot is? We own one.
Well, why don't you describe it?
Well, imagine if a motorcycle, a jet ski, and a snowmobile all had a baby.
That'd be a slingshot.
That'd be a slingshot. It's a thrilling vehicle to drive, and it turns a lot of heads. It really does turn a lot of heads. And in Texas, all you need is a regular Class C driver's license to drive one. You want more details, babe?
Mm-hmm.
How do they rent one of these?
Well, you contact dfwslingshotrentals.com, or you can call 214-498-4015, and you can reserve your slingshot in advance. And if you use the promo code SANDWICH, you'll get 25% off, $25 off a 24-hour rental. All right, so it's $25 off. That's a pretty big deal. And if you have rented before, refer a friend, you'll get $25 off a 24-hour rental. How about that? And the rental will start at just $75 an hour, or you can rent it for 24 hours for $300. We also sell gift cards. So if you're looking for something really unique as an upcoming Father's Day gift, hey, Mom, Mother's Day gift, why wouldn't she want to ride a slingshot? That'd be a cool gift too.
We have a lot of gals that rent from us. So call now at 214-498-4015. The weather's getting nicer now. Babe, we were booked all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
All weekend, you couldn't get a slingshot because the weather's getting really nice. So
a gift card would come in handy, right? So they can book it when they want. It'd be a great gift idea. Just remember, when you go to dfwslingshotrentals.com, use the promo code SANDWICH to get $25 off. Make sure you mention it if you call the number.
All right, babe.
All right. So we came across this story in the paper this week. So this woman in Laredo, Texas, we have to say allegedly, she allegedly assaulted her common law husband because he did not answer her when she asked him, "Do you think I'm pretty?"
So his silence spoke volumes.
So at first, this woman, now she's only 20, and sometimes 20 years old, you're a little more emotional and temperamental. So 20-year-old Lizeth Guadalupe Ramirez, she told investigators, because this led to police being called, she said her common law husband assaulted her and tried to strangle her. But the common law husband told police a different story. He said they were at the movies, and apparently she asked him, "Do I look pretty?" And he didn't answer because he says he didn't hear her. Maybe the movie was playing, maybe he was distracted, maybe the crunch of his popcorn. He didn't hear her, he says. Well, anyway, he admits he didn't respond, but he says he didn't hear her, but she threw a fit and got in a bit of fuss, so they left the theater.
Okay.
And on the drive home, he says she started beating him.
Whoa.
And then when they got home, she kept beating him.
Golly.
And then when a family member tried to intervene, she beat them too.
What's she doing?
She's very upset. She wanted to be told she looked pretty.
So she's just waving a frying pan at him, or what's she doing?
Well, then the cops are called, and she ends up getting arrested. 2 counts of assault and family violence, had to be freed on $16,000 bail. But I guarantee you, they're probably all good today because, they get over it.
Jeez.
So that just goes to show you how silly some of these fights can escalate. Now, Alan and I, like I was saying earlier, we don't get physical. We get into some pretty silly fights sometimes, though.
We get physical sometimes.
Rarely. But we don't get physical when it comes to assault.
That's not true.
Okay.
Hey,
with
not
the
true.
assault thing.
We had to make a special run out before work.
That was last weekend.
Had to make a run out in the rain for something special.
That was last weekend.
Remember?
I do remember. Because it was exactly 1 week ago.
But do you remember what we went out for?
Yes, honey.
Okay, keep going.
No, I'm just saying we don't get physical with each other, but Alan,
yes,
we do when we argue over some silly stuff.
Yep.
Sometimes Alan will maybe use a curse word. I don't use them as much in fighting. I choose to flip you off and cuss at you behind your back when you can't hear me.
Oh, which is so much nicer than using a curse word.
Because you don't even know.
Right, okay.
So you don't know that when I'm walking by behind your back, I'm going.
So if I don't know, it's okay.
Yes, but it makes me feel better. It gets it out of my system.
Gotcha. Okay. Hey, Whatever, however you can rationalize it to yourself.
But you never do anything behind my back. Ever.
No.
You've never flipped me off.
No.
You've never made a face and gone, behind my back.
I've done that.
Okay, see?
Yeah. No, I've gone like, you turn around and go, me, daddy, daddy, boo, boo.
You do that, really? Really? You become one of the Three Stooges behind my back. At least I admit it.
I've never done that.
Really?
No, I never have. No. I just walk away muttering to myself. You've seen me do that.
Yeah, you lock yourself in your man cave.
Yeah.
But we fight.
Yeah, we do.
We just don't let it get physical.
Where
I just thought that was an interesting
Where are you
story.
going with this stuff?
No, I'm just saying. I thought it was an interesting story. They escalated to that level of an argument because. Do you think I look pretty?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. So this morning, I was cooking pancakes for the kids, and Kelly comes. She comes strutting out of the bedroom.
Strutting.
Oh, she's got this new dress on, and she's like, "Hey, babe, I want to show you this new dress." And I can tell by the way she's walking and by the way she's talking that she really wants me to look at it and really wants my opinion.
Because I have to decide what dress I'm wearing for Easter.
Yes. So I know.
And I was strutting.
I know, guys. Hey, I'm no spring chicken. I know that if I don't provide a good answer or an answer at least that has some thought to it, it's probably not going to be good for me. So I better stop what I'm doing and just take a look and just devote maybe 30 seconds.
Not even.
And that's what I did. So I think sometimes you got to kind of feel the situation out too. Like, I don't think she should beat her common law husband. I don't think she should beat her common law husband over the head with a frying pan because he didn't say she wasn't pretty. But he needs to respond with something, not just nothing. Like if you had to come strutting out of the bedroom in your Easter dress, you said, "Hey, babe, what do you think of my Easter dress?" And I was just like, "Yeah, okay." And I just kind of, you would have been upset.
But I wouldn't have hit you.
But you
I would have flipped you off behind your back.
Right. And then after you did that, I would have gone,
no, because you wouldn't have seen it. You would have known it. That's the beauty of it.
Oh, gosh.
So that's my story.
That's a good one, man. That's a good story.
I kind of lost some of it because we'd already told it the first time we did the podcast 30 minutes ago.
Now, see, you don't have to keep telling people that because the listener.
Now they forgot.
The listener would have no idea.
I know, but it just, when I tell the story twice, it doesn't have the same,
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It doesn't have the same,
Right, exactly.
Right. What else do we want? Is there anything else we want to talk about?
We said we had some letters if we had time to get to them.
We do.
We also have to remind people about a couple of things
we should do that, and then Brent Hofer drunk.
Do you have the information on the cocktail party? Do you have that?
Why don't you talk about the vacation?
I'll talk about these real quick. I meant to have that pulled up handy.
Okay.
We've got several things that we want our podcast family to be aware of. Really important things that are going on right now. First of all, well, in the order that we've been talking about them, the family vacation, the podcast family vacation is coming up the week of July the 7th, 8th, something like that. Anyway, you can go to kellyandallen.com/vacation. And no, honey, the cocktail party for the New Year.
Okay.
Go to kellyandallen.com/vacation. If you want to go with us, a May 1st deadline to at least get that $50 deposit down because we have to have a head count. Judy has gotten a special deal for us for Sandwiches and Lovin members. Some people have booked through the hotel and not going through Judy. Wish you wouldn't do that because we're trying to get a head count of everybody that's going with our group. And we're trying to do a couple of special things while we're there. There's a couple of special presents and things, but we have if you're not booking through Judy, we have no idea how many people are actually going with us. So if you can just go through Judy, that'd be awesome. She can get you the hotel packages and you can book your airfare on your own, or she can help you with that as well. But Judy's done me right. She's helped me tremendously many times. So kellyandallen.com/vacation. The other thing we have going on that so this is, Alan and I have been getting our body beach ready. We've been going to, where is a Smart New You, and we've been doing the M Sculpt. And that's like, it's these what do you call it? It's like this electromagnetic pulses.
Technology, yes.
It's technological stuff way over my head. But it squeezes my butt and it squeezes Alan's abs. In 30 minutes, it's like doing 20,000 crunches or 20,000 squats. And it makes your muscles come alive. And like when you walk out of that first appointment, you don't notice a difference. But in like 2 or 3 weeks, you start noticing your bottom starts reshaping. And Alan was noticing his abs are starting to get, real definition in them.
Mm-hmm.
But there's going to be a cocktail party. A lot of Sandwiches and Lovin members have been wanting us to get together for another happy hour. This one's coming up Monday, April 29th. So it's just a week away. From 5:30 to 7:30. It's at Noah's event venue in Irving. All right. So to RSVP, because we have to know how much wine to get for everybody. It's a free cocktail party, and they have special M-Sculpt pricing that will be available at this cocktail party. So you find out about what it is, you get a special deal. Go to smartnewyou.com/M-Sculpt, EMSCULPT, M-Sculpt. smartnewyou.com/M-Sculpt to RSVP. It's a week from now, April 29th, or you can call 214-492-0550. And why don't you tell them about the last thing we've got going on?
Hey, there's going to be booze there. There's going to be food there.
Yeah.
There's going to be Kelly Raspberry there, Gracie Award winner, by the way.
Thank you, honey.
There's going to be Miss Texas there.
Yeah.
And there'll be me.
And hopefully a lot of our podcast family there.
Yeah.
It's a good excuse for us to get together, and you can find out about what's going on with the M-Sculpt.
What's the other thing? We got one more thing.
The Maybe Baby contest.
Oh, hey, guys, you know what we're doing on this podcast? We're working with Dr. Duty. Dr. Duties, but Dr. Kevin Duty and Dr. Kathy Duty, who were Kelly's IVF doctors who helped her have Emma Kelly. We are going to have another Maybe Baby contest. They did one on
We're having it now.
They did one on the Kid Credit Morning Show last year. We're having one right now where if you've had a problem with infertility, you've struggled to have a baby, you've maybe been to a doctor, you just don't know what to do, you can enter our Maybe Baby contest and with a chance to win a IVF procedure.
An effortless IVF. Effortless IVF. This is something new they did not have.
With Dr. Duty.
Right. 12 years ago when I had Emma Kelly, they didn't have effortless IVF. It's a new technology It's a new procedure. The Duties are graciously giving away to one of our podcast family couples. So if you go to kellyandallen.com/baby, there'll be all the details on the Maybe Baby contest. It's a May 7th deadline. We're going to announce the winning couple on our May 9th podcast. That's not very far off. And so if you are struggling with fertility issues, if you know someone who is, please tell them to go to kellyandallen.com/baby to find out about the rules. There are some, stipulations you have to follow. Only 100 words. Believe me, you can say a lot in 100 words.
Yeah, to enter the contest, you have to, there's a form, and you have to give 100 words on, your IVF journey, basically.
Right, your fertility journey.
Yeah.
And it's going to be exciting, and it's a beautiful time. And, the Duties, if it wasn't, I had given up. This was going to be my last shot. And if it wasn't for Dr. Kevin Duty, I think I would have just given up and I wouldn't have Emma Kelly. So.
And the doctors and Kelly and I will be looking at all the entries and decide on a winner, which is going to be really tough. Some of these are heartbreaking when you read them.
Yeah.
But all the criteria or things that may exclude you as somebody who can do this are there on the website.
Right.
Like I think the doctors they're doing the effortless IVF, but if you need surgery or something like that, additional
I had to have surgery.
That's not part of this.
Right. I had to have surgery in order to have in vitro fertilization because I had a number of issues, fibroids, endometriosis, things like that. So if I had gotten pregnant, I wouldn't have been able to most likely carry the baby to term. So I had to basically have a clean slate before I got the IVF. So if something like that, if they test you and see that you need the surgery, you'd be responsible for the surgery part, but the effortless IVF would be covered if you are chosen. So get those in by May 7th. Go to kellyandallen.com/baby for details on Maybe Baby, kellyandallen.com/vacation for details on the family vacation coming up in July, May 1st deadline for that. And do you also have the details on the happy hour on kellyanallen.com?
There is a link on our special offers menu where it takes them to the MSculpt site.
Okay, so you can find everything on there. Go to special offers.
Yeah, if you go to our website, you just click on special offers. That's where you get to everything.
Okay, that's a lot to have to. Everybody's got all this information in their heads now.
Man. KellyanAllen.com. That's the place to go.
Yeah.
And start clicking around. You'll find what you're looking for. We just mentioned a lot of things, but you'll find what you're looking for.
Well, honey, this doing 2 podcasts with you in one night is exhausting. But I'm glad we got through them together.
I mean, let's be real. Doing 1 podcast with me in one night is exhausting.
Yeah, I just thought we were on such a good roll with that first one.
Well, I tripped on it, babe.
It's okay.
It fell out of my pants and I tripped on it.
You know what? I messed up Easter Sunday. I picked the wrong church time. So we're even.
Well, I mean, I'm not doing the tit for tat thing, but yeah, you kind of did a bonehead move on the Easter thing.
Bonehead?
Yeah, it was pretty bonehead. But the thing I did tonight, I think it trumped the Easter thing.
Thank you.
I think that was more of a knucklehead move.
Thank you.
Or maybe.
I think I'd rather be a knucklehead than a bonehead.
What about a blockhead? Remember Lucy from Peanuts always used to call Charlie Brown a blockhead?
Yeah, I don't like bonehead, I don't think.
Well, I was a blockhead. Man.
Okay, you be a blockhead. Anyway.
I was a fool.
That was interesting.
I was a fool.
But you know what? Hopefully we got this record thing down, and next time, Sandwich and Lovin'.
So you can't even say the podcast name, right?
I'm exhausted. I can't even get all my words out. It's going to go without a hitch.
All right, babe. The first episode using the Rode Class A servo biased. Yes.
Actually, the second. You just will never hear the first one because he forgot to press record.
The Rode Class A. I gotta get this in. The Rode Class A servo biased preamp with Aphex onboard technology.
So we are having to say that because we're getting paid or something?
No, I'm just saying it.
Oh.
That's the name of our recorder.
You're very proud of it.
I am. It's got all these fancy buttons that I don't know how to press on it, and please don't tell Robert about this. He'll
hear it when he does the podcast.
No, he won't. Oh, well, yeah, I guess he would.
Yeah.
I mean, he already kind of looks at me with side eye. Now he's really going to look at me like I don't know what I'm doing. We make fun of people that don't know what they're doing doing podcasts. I'm starting to be one of those guys.
Yeah. That's okay. I still love you.
Thank you, babe. I love you too. I love you desperately.
I love you too.
And I love all our podcast listeners desperately for putting up for this buffoonery tonight. All right, but we will do this again very soon, probably on Wednesday evening for next Thursday.
Probably.
And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. Okay.
Press the right button to turn it off.
Like the task cam, they told me you have to stop it.
Is that it?
I guess.
The timer stopped.
Yeah, the timer stopped.
Do I have to take a disc in?
The disc is over here. I can either try to do an upload or you can take the disc in.
Why don't you try to upload? That would maybe take one more thing off Robert's plate. All right, y'all. That was exhausting. Gosh, I thought we were doing so good that first time through.
This whole weekend's been exhausting.
Well, it's good energy, and then it's so hard to tell the same stories twice. I've got to go finish doing laundry and packing school lunches, so thank y'all. For those of y'all that stuck around for both podcasts.
It's 9:30. I think kids in bed.
Gosh.
I'm going to get them in bed and then
Say goodnight to everybody.
try to upload this.
And we got the maid coming. Gotta get this crap out.
All right, guys. Thanks for y'all who stuck through it. All y'all that have been here from the beginning of this YouTube thing have been here an hour and 20 minutes. That's dedication right there, okay? I don't care what anybody says. That's the best kind of podcast listener right there. Whoo, Kim. Sorry about that. Freaking buffoonery. I'm freaking losing it. I'm seriously losing it. Oh, we didn't even talk about my going to the butt hut. I got to go to the colon cabin. We didn't talk about that. I'm going to the colon cabin on Tuesday. That's probably why I'm all flustered because I know I'm about to get roto-rooted. Tomorrow I can't eat anything tomorrow. I mean, boo-hoo me, right? But I've got to prep for this. I got to prep for this procedure. I know. I got to write it down. Seriously losing it and what my problem is. I think it's because I haven't had a carb since January. Yeah, Justin. I mean, I'm making jokes, but yeah, the reason I have to do it is because my mom, she had yeah, seriously, Christy, because my mom had colon cancer, so I gotta get it checked out. All right, guys, thanks for hanging in there. Sorry, I'm telling you, we're gonna get this down to where this one's gonna sound good, but it took us 2 tries to get it going. I'm just not used to this recorder. I think everything else was good. All right, y'all have a good night. Thanks for hanging out.